can you see me? I'm doing StreamYard, y'all. I done moved up in the world. Hey, everyone. Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Do you see me? Please tell me you see me. Hold on, I'm looking at myself. I shouldn't do that. Okay. Hey, everyone. Come on in the room. Am I got to sing like Jay Wilson? Come on in the room. Come on in the room. They're actually pink, actually, to match my shirt. Hey, Simple Rashad. Thanks for sharing my Cash App, Daryl. Hey, Betty, you see me on doing the stream? I'm trying to do different, move up in steps. Hey, Deshonda. Hey, Lynn. Please hit the like button on your way in. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming on to my live. My first live with StreamYard. Yay! Hey, Roxanne. Okay, while your guys gonna come in, today I'm gonna be hopefully not be with you long because we also have another part of the A team is going on tonight. It's like the second night, well actually third night in a row where we all kind of like go on back to back. Last night, I think Sunday, it was Daryl, and then me and Mad Church Z came on for a while. Then I did a late night Insomniac Live. Then yesterday was Daryl, and then Mad Church Z, and then I had a small video from last night. So today I'm gonna go first, and then Daryl's gonna come after me. So please subscribe, click the bell, and put all notifications. Hey Barbara, hey Christine, hey Dog Cigar. Thank y'all for coming on in and joining me today. Today I'm gonna go over a topic that I did before about narcissists and narcissistic personality disorder. So I'm also going to try to see if I can also going to reference a couple of really good other websites that I used. I read a lot of different articles. Hey, Joanne. I've also looked at some different psychologists and other people who have studied, sociologists who have studied narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, but basically what I'm focusing on today, and by the way, narcissists can be not just people on YouTube, celebrities, cult leaders, dictators, President Trump. It also can be, we can also have narcissists in our family. Our parents can be narcissists. Our relatives, our brothers and sisters, our children, people we work with on our job, our students. Sometimes, people, yourself can be narcissists, have narcissistic personality disorder, or just be narcissistic at times. In one of my previous lives, there was a quiz you can take. Hey, mind your business, that you can actually take that will show you whether or not you could be a narcissist. And narcissists on the scale of it's like 1 to 25. 25 being the highest, that's like strongest, you're a narcissist, and 1 being the lowest. When I took the quiz, I was at 8. So that means I'm more of an empath or being empathetic. Someone who's like, I would say 18 and above, they're narcissists. A lot of celebrities, people who are like divas, or, they're narcissists. They be the center of attention. They all want everything for themselves. And like I said, above a narcissist, above 22, 23, you're getting up 24, 25, you're getting up to, like I said, dictators, cult leaders, sometimes preachers. Some of my teacher colleagues, students could be narcissists as well. Hey, Deborah Dickerson. Hey, James Tony. Hey, let me see your lipstick transcript. Okay, James. Okay, so what you need to understand about narcissists, and like my title says, for those of us who are empathetic, it's not me, it's you. And what empaths like myself need to understand is we are not crazy. Narcissists try to make us think it's our problem and that we are crazy. We're not the ones who's wrong. Narcissists are the ones who are wrong. And also, an abbreviation for anyone who is a narcissist is a narc, N-A-R-C. Anyone who's an empathetic person, they're called empaths. Okay. Hey, April. And so, what you need to understand when you're dealing with a narcissist, like I said, it could be, how can you be flagging me already? It's 18 people. It's only been on 6 minutes. Okay. All right. The stages when dealing with the narcissist, usually the first stage is called love bombing. And like I said, this could be a person you work with, someone you date, someone you just met. It could be someone on YouTube. This person, when you meet them, they're just overly affectionate. They are telling you how much they like you. Hey, J. Cole, I haven't seen you in a while. They're telling you how much they like you, that you're the only person that understands them. If it's a significant other, either same sex or different sex, they're dropping the L word really, really fast. I love you. They're giving you presents, you know. Um, and they're doing these things. It's called love bombing. Okay. And in this phase, when they're love bombing you, they're making you feel put your defenses down, and also to let more of you out. But also they're doing this to also because they want to draw you into their world, and they are trying to make you feel like, oh, I can't live without this person because their love is just so great. But what they're really also doing is they're love bombing you now, and then later on when they draw it away, and then you like remember all the love bombing that they did, you're willing to do what they want them to do to get that love bomb back. Okay. So if they like the same things you like, they want to do the same things you do. Oh, they're really good listeners. Oh, you're the only one that knows me. Or if they have a problem, you're the only one who can solve it. That's a part of that love bombing manipulative thing. Okay. You said the Invisible Man. Is that the new one that came out this year? Okay, I gotta put that on my list. Hey, L Manny. Um, so that's the first phase. Usually after a while, though, because they are narcissistic, and they say they've gotten all what they want out of you, or sometimes it's simply because they're narcissistic, they get bored. And so what and they end up doing, they start to withdraw a little bit, but not all the way. And they may go after someone else or some other thing where they can still get, either it's a new thrill or something else that they want. Because remember, it's about manipulation. They're in relationships, they do certain things because they want certain things out of it. Whereas empaths, we just like helping people because, hey, we're empathetic, we see other people's point of view, and we actually want to help them. Okay. And so sometimes you see them withdraw, you see them move forward. Now, sometimes when they do withdraw, if you can see the signs that, hey, this person's withdrawing, they're moving back, then you can kind of prepare yourself like, okay, this person is not going to stay around for very long. Something's going on. And sometimes what will shock them though, yeah, I like helping people too, April, but sometimes we have to really protect our hearts because sometimes we end up like me, you helping people who are narcissists and you hurt yourself in the process. You have to be your own best friend sometimes. And narcissists hate for you to put yourself first. They want you to put them first. Yeah. And so sometimes with narcissists, if you see them withdrawing away and going somewhere else, you can actually cut them off or say, hey, you know what? I think we just need to be friends, or hey, I'm busy, or hey, I think we need to slow down before they jump ship. But however, that may just, that might throw them off a little bit because they're not used to rejection. Okay. One of the videos I saw, they said, with the narcissist, especially when you're noticing inconsistencies, because sometimes they might want to do a reverse and come back to love bomb you, or if they've left and they're trying to come back, They're trying to make you remember how great their love and their relationship was, and they're trying to make you suck you back in. And you have to be very careful not to let them suck you back in, because it's really a form of manipulation. When I was reading was when they withdraw, or what's called, we call it ghosting. Let's say you're talking to a guy, talking to a girl, and everything's going great. You're texting back and forth, good morning, good night. You're doing all these great things. Um, then all of a sudden, they stop returning texts. They text versus 1 day. This is 2 days. So if I'm not an empath, doesn't mean I'm a narcissist. Not necessarily so, mind your business, because some people might have elements of both. Maybe there are times where you're very empathetic and other times you're very narcissistic. Um, like I said, there are movie stars, people like probably presidents who are narcissists, but they are not like a cult leader or a dictator. Maybe you're narcissistic in certain situations, maybe you're an empath in another, because sometimes, some people do bring out the bad in you. You got to kind of like, okay, what am I being turned into? Okay. Correct, Deshauna. Roller coaster rides. I love you. Then they withdraw the love. They ghost you. They go away. Then all of a sudden, 3 months later, they send you a text. Oh, happy birthday. I was thinking, I saw this movie. It reminded you of me. Oh, I was wondering how you were doing. Oh, I've been working on myself. Oh, I left you because I wanted you to work on yourself. Um, and they're doing that because they're trying to get a breadcrumb to come back. And they do this. Then try to enter this phase called hoovering, like a Hoover vacuum cleaner. And so, and the Hoover vacuum cleaner, it just sucks everything up. And so that's what they're trying to do. They leave the breadcrumbs. They post on your page. Hey, Matt, Church Disease. They post on your page. They send you a text. In some of our cases, because we're on YouTube, they make a video about you. And so they wanting people in the comments to bring you back the information. Okay. And they make tons of videos about you. And it's like they're trying to love bomb you again, but it's hoovering, because right now it's almost like you're suffocating, because it's like, okay, you're love bombing me again. And then what they do, hey, Lagatha, they love hoover you, especially around holidays. Be careful around holidays, birthdays, anything like that. I used to have some guys I would talk to, everything's going okay, and all of a sudden they just stop contact. All of a sudden a holiday or birthday comes around and they're like, hey, happy birthday, or hey, happy holidays, hope your family's well. And they do that too. They'll ask about your family, your dog, or how school is going, to get you to have a conversation with them. And what you have to do about those people who, like, hey, they love bomb you, they withdrew, now they're ghosted you, and now they come back and wanted to hoover, you have to do what the fourth thing you really need to do for yourself. You have to initiate no contact. And this is very hard because sometimes people go back once the narcissist wants to hoover. Because remember, in your mind as an empath, you're remembering how things were in the beginning, how much all the love, the affection, the attention that they gave you. This also happens with cults. If you ever notice, like in cults, documentaries or TV shows, cults, they go after people who are wanting something in their life. Yes, a narcissist will ruin a holiday. We understand, Matt Churches. Thank you for coming over and supporting me. I appreciate it. Yes, Deshauna, they'll hoover you, and it's just like this is not what love is. I'm tired. Yeah. Hey, Michelle. And so you have to be, and it's very hard because then they come back and hoover you, and then they make it seem like, oh, I'm gonna do better this time. And so they have some of the love bombing, and they have some other things. And then let's say you even tell them like, hey, I don't know if I want to continue with this relationship, or hey, I just want to be friends now. they may flip on you and make it seem like you're the problem. Like, oh, why you're not giving me a chance? I'm such a good guy. I'm a good lady. I'm a good I'm a good worker. I'm a good student. Like, oh, I'm such a great person. Or you taking, or maybe you say, I don't like something you did, and they flip it on you and say, well, you're taking it too personally. Or they flip it around and say, well, the reason why I did that is because you do this. And it's like, wait, are we going tit for tat here? Like, what's going on? You know? And so what you have to end up doing with a narcissist who is attempting to hoover, one, it's very hard. Don't take them back. Because sometimes, like me, there were people I shouldn't have taken them back. Friends that shouldn't have taken them back. Students, I gave too many chances because they were just being really manipulative of me. Because, you know, I was a nice Miss Chandler. I want them to succeed. You know, people you work with, that you're always seeming to always help them with their issue because they can't get a handle on things. They're being manipulative. And you have to understand something about narcissists. Narcissists can be mean, or they can look like they're being nice. You know? And sometimes they make you feel like you're the one that's crazy. And sometimes you really feel like, dang, am I crazy? It's everyone else not understanding this? Because I swear, when Donald Trump got into office and people were voting for him, I thought the world was mad. I was like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Am I crazy? Is this normal? Am I something? And it was like, it wasn't me. That man was a narcissist, and I was an empath, and I was like, I was feeling it all. But other people they just got sucked in to whatever, you know, the cult of Trump. And the same thing with cults. They love bomb. They find person weaknesses, people who are alone, or sometimes they'll use something in pop culture. They'll invite you to something. Be there. Be very attentive. After you leave the event, they'll call you, email you. They do all these things to get you back. And you're like, oh, this is really great people. I should be around. And then you start going around them more and more. And so because they make you feel so good, you start listening to the message. And then when you start to question them, they give you, some, reason for it that makes you feel like, oh, it's correct. Or they might want to start being mean a little bit to you, like nice, nasty, and like withdraw their love away. So you'll conform to what they're doing. And then you'll keep going on with everything that's going on. So you got to be very careful about that. When you do go back, I'm saying, if you can, please do not go back to a narcissist. Like I said, narcissists can be family members, parents, brothers and sisters. They can be people you work with. If we all think about it for a minute, we all had a narcissistic boss or a coworker. Okay? I started identifying that some of my students were narcissists. Okay? Yeah, some churches, some cults are very much the leader is a narcissist. Some churches, I think, are centering on that. I hear about G. Craig Lewis's church. It's a lot like that outside of Dallas. Some people have, their pastor is almost like Jesus the Savior, and they can't do anything without going by their pastor first. And then sometimes when I was looking at one listening to one video, it said narcissists who are in the church, because there are narcissists in the church, will use scripture to justify their actions and to get other people to do what they want them to do. The scriptures don't apply to the narcissist, it applies to everyone else. So you got to be very, very careful when someone flips things on you. Like for those of us who question some of these people who call themselves a prophet, and we start to question them, what do their followers say? Oh, you know what the Bible says? Do my prophet no harm. Well, okay, but what he just said didn't sound right. Didn't sound holy. Didn't sound Christian-like. Didn't sound anything. All right, never go to a therapy with a narcissist. They will turn around against you if they're trying to correct. That's true. You got to be very careful. Okay. And so you got to be, like I said, very careful with narcissists. Once you leave a narcissist, in a way, you kind of have to do it. Either one, you might need therapy yourself because their toxic and manipulative behavior has changed you and affected you mentally, emotionally, and in some cases, I don't know if you guys ever seen those shows called on Oxygen or ID channel called Who the Bleep Did I Marry? Or When a Mother Kills, or the ones where For My Man, these women start doing these really crazy things for the women they love. Y'all remember that Felicia story? Remember that Felicia story they had on was it not on? Was it TV1? And this girl, like literally her man made her into a pimp and like he love bombed her, gave her everything. He went to her, said, "I need your help." Next thing you know, she's helping him find women to prostitute. She's helping him commit crimes and stuff. And it's like, wow, this guy was really he was a love sociopath. And sometimes that happens. Love sociopaths or sociopaths are narcissistic. Or vice versa. Not always. Not all narcissists are sociopaths. I'm just saying. Yes, narcissistic personality disorder is a mental illness. You cannot, there is no pill or certain treatment that would cure you of narcissistic personality disorder. You have to have treatment, you have to have talk therapy, you have to have recognize that you are one and actually want to seek to get help. And not just, so you gotta think of it like that. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people in Hollywood and music industry, not all narcissists, but if you look at certain celebrities, and I know I used to watch Inform Overload, and they used to have these lists, and they're like the top 10 celebrities who are mean to their, according to their assistants. And it was basically all the demands that they would ask for. And it was like, wow, these people really are narcissistic. But we get a picture of them when they go on TV or when they go on the talk shows. But when they're with people behind closed doors, it's, if all else fails, slap the hell out of them. We don't listen to there. Now, if you got to slap them and run, then they'll definitely do that. But they can't be talking and you just slap them and stuff. Okay, you just can't do that. So please hit the like button. Please share. Okay. And so we really have to, like I said, you really have to be very careful with a narcissist. Also, when you're getting attempted to hoover, or let's say, like, I think her name is Psych Perspective. I watch a lot of her videos. Also, I watch another lady. She does another psychologist does videos too. And they all say when a narcissist, let's say a narcissist withdraws and leaves you, or it's called discarding. They discarded you. Count that as a blessing. Count that as a blessing. Once they discarded you or left you alone, block them from your phone, from your social media. Don't reach out to them to see how they're doing. Don't respond to any messages they may give you because you don't want them to come back and hoover you. Okay? Or try to come back into your life. Okay? You want them to stay gone. Okay? And let's say you realize, let's say the narcissist, whatever, hasn't left, but you're an empath and you just can't take it anymore. You just want them gone. Well, you just have to tell them, like, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore. But you have to really mean it. But let's say they actually like leave the room. Yeah. Oh yeah. Kanye definitely has that. But I think it's also his mental illness. But I think also in a way he weaponizes his mental illness a little bit. I also wonder if Umar Johnson. Wait, you think Don Lemon's a narcissist? I think Nene Leakes is a narcissist, definitely. I wonder about the producers of those reality shows. Are they not? Because they're the really ones who pulling the strings from behind the scenes. You know? What channel did you watch it on, April? Hey, Legit Doctorate. You think he's Asperger's? Wendell William, Dog Cigar, you need to stop. Life is lame, you crazy. Life is lame, you need to stop. I think his illness is from losing his mother, but I think also maybe his mother was the one, because sometimes what happens also with narcissists, there's usually one or two people to help them with their behavior that kind of like brings them down from being like this really over crazy narcissist. But that's a lot for one person to be for a narcissist, especially if you're an empath. It's like, wow, I got to help you get your emotions together, and I got to deal with my own emotions. Okay. He could be Asperger's, April, but he is definitely diagnosed bipolar. He's even said that himself. Unfortunately, he doesn't always take his medicine. I think he needs medicine and therapy. It's fine that he wants to work. He wants to praise the Lord and be for Jesus. But we already got too many narcissists in the church house already. Oh, it's someone named Hello Wash Hands. Wash Hands. That's great, because I had a video earlier about dear Black people. We got to stay inside. We got to keep ourselves safe. Yeah, you know what? His mental illness is presenting as narcissism. But some of the stuff he says about, slavery was a choice, and he's going to the White House and with another known narcissist wearing a MAGA hat. I'm just like, okay. That's true. Having certain men might present you as being narcissist at times. Well, I'm glad you didn't do that in Life is Like, because then you wouldn't be here. Yes, Matt, church disease, yes. Like I mentioned earlier, you gotta be careful of the ones who are always using the Bible to get you to do certain things for them. Using scriptures. Mm-hmm. With my mask on, girl. I gotta see if it's on a stream, if it's on Netflix or Hulu or something. Okay. But last thing, with what was going? I forgot. I got my thought. With the narcissist, when they leave, either you tell them, "Hey, it's over," and then let's say they leave, either they discarded you or you left them. Like I said, cut cold. It has to be cold turkey, because you have to starve them. They are using you emotionally, physically, sometimes financially, and you have to stop it. And they're going to use, like I said, social media, text, post, calling you on the phone, maybe even reaching out to coworkers or family members to get to see. One, believe this, and this is what we understand here in YouTube, and I've learned on YouTube for the last 6 months. When you think they are gone, they are still looking at you. Okay. Hey, Mary Furch. Yes, they're emotional vampires. They're just sucking it up. They're just sucking it up. Okay. They are watching you. And the reason why they're watching you, they are seeing if they can come back. Because remember, they're manipulators. Because maybe, hey, this new situation I went to that I discarded you for doesn't work out. They need to be able to come back. Also, they want to know what you're doing. Also, narcissists, they're okay with, moving on and posting stuff. And sometimes, Psych Perspective, she really made a good point. She said, I haven't had done that, but I could see her point. She said, I had to deactivate my Facebook account so I couldn't see the narcissist posts, because they were posting stuff like, oh, you're probably going to hear bad things about me, that I broke up with so and so and so and so. So they were using Facebook as a manipulative tool. So like, you might have to deactivate your Facebook account, or you might have to change your name, you might have to, block some people. I had to block some people, I had to change my name, I had to do a lot of different stuff. For ex-boyfriends, I had to change my phone number. I had to get an app called Mr. Number Blocker that blocks calls and texts. Because, every few months, they like to come back and say, hey, how you doing? They want to start that love bombing, hoovering stuff, and I just didn't feel like dealing with that, especially around holidays and birthdays and celebrations. So you have to cut off all contact with them, block them from your social media. That includes your DMs, block them from your phone. Also, I know you might want to do this. Any pictures you took of them, any screenshots you took of them, any emails you have of them, save them. Save them. Because some of them don't, well, because one, you gotta, sometimes you gotta put the truth in front of their face. Like, hey, remember when you said this? Remember when you did that? That's why. Or maybe in case you gotta, they're getting very, it's getting to the point where they're deadly. You gotta put out a restraining order. Like, hey, I don't want you coming into contact with me. I don't want you coming around to my house. Because some of them will do that too. They may not do social media, but they want to drop by. I don't want you driving by my house. Especially if you're crazy. And I intentionally not responded to any of your calls, your texts, anything. I don't want you coming by my house, my job, my nothing. Because it's all about manipulate. Yeah, life of life. No contact. So if they, and it's the thing, even if they do text you, don't respond. And one thing, some things that you are doing that I've learned in the last couple of days and last few months, and my friends offline and online tell me, hey, don't go to their page, don't go see what they're doing, don't respond to them. It's gonna get you upset more than it's gonna get them upset because they're doing it to be manipulative. Okay, don't respond to them, don't say their name, don't do anything, no contact. A narcissist hates, one, for you to move on, two, to starve them. They think they can wait it out. Sometimes they can wait it out more than you. And I think this last month has really shown me that. Because I thought, hey, 35 days, haven't heard from a certain person. We moved on. But guess what? Like I said, narcissists are still watching you. And one thing a narcissist doesn't like, they don't like you being happy without them. They can be happy without you, but they don't like you being happy without them. Mm-hmm. And the minute they see you happy without them, that's when they want to come back and love bomb you or hoover you. Or what a psych perspective and the other, I'm sorry, I forgot her name. The other psychologist said they start a smear campaign. So they can get others around you or their own friends to say, hey, this person is no longer in my life because they are this, this, and this. Let me repeat that so y'all can hear me. When you have left no contact with a narcissist, and you have moved on, you are happy, you living your blessed life, they want to come back. So either one, they want to reap the benefits of your happy, great life, or they want to disturb your happy, great life. Okay? Yeah, don't be hitting your auntie up, your mama up. Guess what? If I don't like you, my whole family don't like you either. Now, one of my best friends' family, her mama still talks to some of her exes. It gets on her nerves. But luckily, they've moved on. But it's just like, come on, can y'all just How your mama doing? How your grandmother? Is everything okay? How's your job? You still teaching? Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah. That's what they like. So they want to come back and disturb you and your peace. And it's hard. You got to do no contact again. Don't mention them. Don't respond. And it's very, very hard to do so. But you have to do it for your own emotional, mental, and sometimes financial sake. Okay? Okay. So, hopefully, I've identified the different phases of dealing with the narcissist. Like I said, they love bomb you. Then they might start discarding you. Then after they discard you and hoovered you, they want to come back and hoover you around the birthdays. And then what you have to do is you have to do no contact and leave them alone. Like, No cell phones, no text messages, no happy birthday post text, no social media access, no no going when they come by, oh, I'm busy, I'm not there. You know, uh, I've not answered my doors for some. You know, um, but but overall, I wanted to do this video because I'm always reading, watching videos, reading articles, and I wanted to share this information with y'all. I'm always in teacher mode. I want to share some insights and things that I learned with y'all. So, do y'all have any questions y'all want to ask? Barbara, why are you shooting somebody? Your narcissist ex coming to your house? April, where you going? You gotta go study? Oh, Deshauna, your ex was horrible. What? And you know what? They so narcissistic, they don't think it's a problem with that. Probably didn't think of the problem with that. That's a blessing, Tandra. It's really a blessing. Okay. But remember what I said though, narcissists are not just, like I said, people on YouTube or people we follow in the news or celebrities or even, politicians, people in cults. They can be members of our family. And uh thank you, Matt Church Disease. They can be members of your family. Like right now, one of my friends, she realizes that her mom is very narcissistic. Dr. Phil had a very good episode of her mom. Deshonda, they're close, but not quite. Because borderline personality disorder, they do like to have a form of control. So it's a little bit similar to narcissistic personality disorder. Yes, I'm spirit of goodbye. Let me see you as you go. Love you as you go. Love you as you come. What did you say? Who said that up there? I can't see that. Okay, the number blocker, Joanne. If you go, I have an Android. So if you go to the Google store and put in number, text, or call blocker, and you pick the one that has the best rating. Trump. This is the problem with Trump. Because he's narcissistic. Because if you notice a lot of his when he talks to the media or the White House press corps, and he says really horrible things to them. Yeah, I think he even tried to tell people to take that before, that it was the best thing for them to do. The thing is, he's the president. He don't even want to let the CDC and the doctor, the Surgeon General, Dr. Fauci, Dr. Burke talk. I don't know if I believe him. That's one thing with a narcissist. You can't always believe them. Because initially they make everything sound like, oh, it's the truth. And then all of a sudden, you find out everything that they're saying doesn't add up. And they try to make you, like I said, they try to make you seem like you're the one that's crazy. You're not the one that's crazy. It's them that's crazy. They're trying to make you crazy because it's each of them to control you. And by the way, I'm going to say for me, narcissists are not just men. They're women too. Like I said on that Dr. Phil, that one mom, it was really horrible. Her mom was a straight up narcissist. And she was supposedly bipolar, but it was just like, I don't understand you saying thank you, Jesus, in the middle of your daughter's wedding while she's about to take her vows. Why are you singing some old Negro spiritual? You know? She even cheated on her husband. And I'm like, what does that have to do with your I think the lady had bipolarism. What does that have to do with you? And then cheating on your husband with someone else, and then having a child with that man. Like, what does that have to do with you? Being manipulative to your daughter, your son, and your husband. Like, this lady literally had a really horrible problem. Yes, life is like they are not happy, and then you're looking like you're happy, they really hate that. Oh, you saw that one, Joanne? I was like, I sent the video to my friend, and I was kind of scared too. I was like, this kind of reminds me of your mom. She makes everything about her, like everything. If she says, "Oh, me and Kim went to lunch," oh, isn't that nice? You went to lunch with Kim. I wish I had someone to take me to lunch. Just like, why? She could say, "Oh, I go to the store. Oh, I went to the store and got some toilet paper. Oh, I wish someone had brought me some toilet paper. I'm low on toilet paper." You wasn't low the last time I talked to you. Mm-hmm. It's just, yeah. They want you to do everything in their benefit. And we just have to really be careful out here, because us empaths, and even if you're not, let's say you are narcissistic. Well, guess what? There's probably someone who's more narcissistic than you. Narcissistic people, if you're at the highest level, you're going to manipulate everybody else underneath you. Lower narcissists and the empaths. And the people who may be empaths sometimes and narcissists other times. You want to be in control. You want to manipulate everything for your own benefit. Even if it looks like you're doing something for other people, you still want to get the credit. You still want someone to say, "Oh, look at them. They did a really great job." Or they should be happy I did these things for them. Yes, you have to move on. Life is life. You have to move on for your own safety. And then when we do that, they make us think like, "Oh, we're being selfish. You're being a horrible friend. Oh, I was a good friend to you." But guess what? The last time I was with you wasn't a good friend. That's why I'm leaving now. Sometimes for them it's selfish. For us, it's self-care. 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 Y'all have any other questions? And while I'm talking about this, this is going to tie into Daryl Moore's live that he's going to have right after mine. Okay, I'm going to have about 15, 18 more minutes. Some of the people that we have all been dealing with, that the members of the A team that were in our circle or in our midst, or we worked with, or talked to, did meetings with YouTube with, we have found out that they were basically being narcissists. We thought they were confidants, but they were really constituents and comrades. Now that we have did no contact with them, they are now on a smear campaign. It's been over a month since the one that Daryl talked about in his last live that we had contact with them. Either we stopped talking about them on social media, we stopped going to their social media pages, we blocked them on social media and on our phones. But they went away. But now we're over here, we're being, the A team, and we're doing all these really great things. They want to come back and disrupt that. And they're starting this fear campaign that we're horrible people. And then I had a friend of mine yesterday. Sometimes you gotta listen to that one or two friends who sees things from outside of your situation, because they can actually see things that you can't. Like for me, my friend had told me, "Kimberly, you need to stop looking at their comments, looking at their videos. It's upsetting you. They're doing those things to upset you. So like I had to do a form of no contact. I had to block myself from them, and they had to block themselves from me. Like I had to let it go. You know. So and they try to get others to think bad things of us that is not true. And unfortunately, a lot of you over here who are critical thinkers, you understand that, hey, they are being manipulative narcissists and they're doing a smear campaign. However, those other narcissists have found their own group of followers or people in their chats who believe them. Even though the facts are right there in front of you, but just like, hey, we have to keep, our records, emails, text messages, copy of posts. Thank you, Daramore. You have smart. Most of your parts are smart. Your mouth is really, really smart. Too smart sometimes. What do you mean? Oh no, dog cigar. And I have to admit, I'm knowing more and more about narcissists. There might be one. Yeah, you know what? There might be one in here. They might be in the bushes. Like I said, narcissists. You think a narcissist has discarded you or left you alone? They still watching you. They're still watching you. How else could they know when your live is on? And then go live when you're going live. Either one, their little narcissistic friend or minion or person who believes believes in a narcissist go tell them, or they over there out in the bushes. Mm-hmm. Do a part, yeah. I had to go through my Facebook account and purge some people. I had to make my Facebook page private because I didn't want anyone reaching out to my friends. I still don't use my name most of the time on social media. If you call me by that now, it's okay. Because I now realize that I have people in my life offline and online that support me and they know me. They know that they shouldn't believe. Well, most of them know that they shouldn't believe what the narcissist says says about me. So, but like I was saying, sometimes your parents are narcissists, and sometimes even though you love your parents, you have to love them from afar. You go around them for certain holidays, or maybe not. You drop off the gift, you call them, and then you go on about your way. Yes, they are your parents. Yes, you're supposed to honor them all the days you're alive. But the Bible also says how the parents are supposed to treat their children, not provoke your children to anger. You know, um, you're supposed to love your neighbor, love one another as God. Jesus said to love. Jesus. Ugh, I'm getting my Bible practice right. Forgive me. Thank you, Darren Moore. I know you do. I got your back too. Yeah, they came back, Doc Cigar. No, he was talking about them yesterday. We're not going to use their names anymore, which they probably hate. But oh well. And this is the thing. This is what I don't understand. Like in my mind is, okay, you want me to stop talking about you? Okay, I'll start talking about you. You start talking about me. But the thing is, I could keep going, but it seems like you don't want to let it go. So yeah, empaths, we think like, oh, am I crazy? No, we're not crazy. It's them. Like my title, my live was, it's not me, it's you. It's not me, it's you. I should put that on a t-shirt, huh? It's not me, it's you. Love you too, Christine. And also, you have to understand something too. Sometimes you can't reason with a narcissist. You would go crazy trying to do that. Like I said, do have your proof, your screenshots, your emails, your phone, stuff like that. Uh, but sometimes when you're trying to tell them, like, hey, no, you said this. No, I didn't say that. No, but you did say. It's like me talking to a wall or you talking to a wall. Yeah, they're compulsive liars. They'll say one lie, or sometimes it's also about this is when I learned when I became Catholic is that there are two types of lies of omission and lies of commission. Commission means I lie. There's a lie that comes out of my mouth. I'm lying about it. And then omission means I'm only telling you part of the truth. I'm not telling you all of it. I'm only telling you part of it. So that I'm only accountable for some of the information, not all of the information. So you gotta pay attention to that too. When a narcissist, you ask them a question and the question seems like it's too quick, and it's like, wait, it's some stuff missing out of that. Or they're giving you a whole bunch of details that you didn't ask for. You're like, wait a minute, I didn't ask for all that. Yes, you cannot have a rational conversation with an irrational person. And then they might turn you upside down and make you think like you're the irrational one, and you're not. If your narcissist is in denial, you can't help them. You have to do self-care. Because another thing they could do is say you show them a text like, hey, remember this text message you sent? Remember you said this didn't happen? They're like, oh yeah. And they'll be like, well, why are you saving my text messages for? They're gonna flip it on you. It's like, okay, I can't win. Are they doing it for fake beef? This is the thing. It could go either way. They could be doing it for a perceived beef that they think is actually real. Some of them could be faking the beef for dollars. Maybe not. Maybe they really do think like, oh, you really did injure me. You really did hurt my feelings. You really need to be in my life. I need to be in your life. And they're keeping it up. This is what you have to understand too. Narcissists, a lot of them, they're people, like I said, who love you or who like you. But narcissists are also people who don't like you either. And they still want to manipulate you. Think about like I also said, think about coworkers. The one that's always nice is always trying to say things like, oh, you do this really, really well. I wish I was really good at this job or doing these files or doing these reports just like you. They're trying to get you to do that work for them. Or the one that always comes over and is critical of everything you do, or like you're a new employee. I read one where you're a new employee and your supervisor, your boss gives you work to do, and then you get it done and give it back to them quicker than other people. Then all of a sudden they start piling on more because they don't want you to get any attention that you're this really great worker. And then when you go into complaining and saying, then all of a sudden now you can't keep up with the demand because they're piling on more work. And you mention to them about like, hey, you're giving me too much information. I can't keep up. Then they're gonna start telling you things like, oh well, everyone else seems to be able to keep up with their work. I know you're new and everything, but this is how we do these things here. Well, that's to shut you down and make you comply. And now you're not going to complain about it anymore. You're going to keep on working and probably work longer hours to get the information out. And it's like, wow. So. Thanks, J. Cole. Also put in the description if there's any other topics or things that you guys would like for me to do. This is my last week of this of the spring semester, turning in grades at the end of the week. And that way we can do some more lives next week and some more topics. too. So, but yeah, sins of omission and sins of commission. Actually, it's lies. Lies. Hmm. Yeah, coworkers. Yeah, trying to make you do your work, or oh, I wish. I always have coworkers who did this because I was a teacher. They're like, oh, I wish I could. I wish I was more like you. You do this, this, and that in your class. And it was like it was supposed to be like them saying something good about me, but in a way, it was like a backwards insult. You're like, wait, oh, I wouldn't let that student talk to me that way if I were you. Well, you're not me, so just being nosy, you know? Yeah, it really is emotional abuse. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, that I think they do know what they're doing, but the thing is, when you call them out on the BS, they get defensive and try to make you feel like you. It's just you that don't understand them. You're not caring. You're not understanding. You know. I try to be legit doctor. I want to be more like you, Dr. Carmen Bryant. Okay, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna go look that up. But also, check out Psyched Perspective. Um, she has a lot of videos about narcissists. But I've been looking at some other videos and looking at some other articles. Uh, yeah, they get mad, and it's like, wait. Then they want to deflect and say, "Well, I'm not. We're not talking about me. We're talking about them. Well, maybe we should be talking about you too." Okay. Or they always want to cover up like what they have done. That's okay. Like they did their job, but they're like, "Well, I don't know. Well, I did everything I was supposed to do. I'm not sure why others are not doing it. I'm a team player. You know, I'm a team player. I'm just come on now." Or they do that thing too, like, you know, when you're trying to do something, they always want to throw that, oh, you're a team player in my face. And it's like, dude, we're all team players. But I feel like you're saying team player to get me to do your work. I hate that. I gotta do my job and your job too. And then we both gonna get evaluations. What they gonna say in my evaluation? Well, you're always slow getting your work done. But yeah, I told me to be a team player. But this is what you have. This is what someone told me one time. It made so much sense. They're like, think about it like this: when you're on an airplane, and so the airplane is going down, and those little oxygen masks drop. What's the first thing it says on the oxygen mask? It says, "Put your own mask on first, then help the person next to you." Because you can't help the next person next to you if you don't have no air. And I was like, wow, that made so much sense. I have to put my own mask on first to get my oxygen. Then I can go help someone next to me. And so I had to stop being, and it helped me to stop being so much of the yes man or the yes girl, the yes woman at work. Because it was like, oh yeah, I want to be a team player because we're empaths. I want to be a team player. I want to help everything. But hey, I have my own work to do. Make sure my work is done and then come help you. Daryl Moore, you're a loner. You're a loner by nature. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the patronizing either. Okay, I'm gonna go watch it like let me write that down. Dr. Carmen Bryant. Okay. Oh, let me type in here. This is the other person. I mean, psyched. Psych perspective. Um, uh, Psych perspective has a YouTube channel. does quite a lot of videos about narcissism, and Psychopath goes into more about narcissistic parents, as well as relationships. Need to do some more research on coworkers, because there's a lot of stuff about relationships and parents, but not a lot about coworkers. But most of us, we on the job, we know we know who they are. We know who they are. Okay. Anything else y'all want to cover before we go? Please, thank you so much. Click like, share this live with someone. Maybe you know someone who's dealing with a narcissist. Maybe you want to save it, download it, save it for yourself for later on, for future reference. Maybe there's a family member who's dealing with a narcissist, and this is your way of telling them that they need help. Please subscribe, click the bell, and click all notifications so you know when I go live or when I drop a video. Thank you so much for donating to my Cash App. It is let me see your transcript. I'm trying to buy a new laptop so I can do better videos and better, more professional videos and things like that. I think I also want to get like a light. Because according to some, do I look dark here? I don't know. I think I need a little light. So, plus I did a live the other night and it was so dark, and nobody could see my face. It was just like an outline, white outline. So I need to get that too. Plus, all the guys, I'm a little bit jealous because the guys got all their equipment and stuff, and they showing their new toys, and I want to show my new stuff too. So, thank y'all so much who have donated to me. I really appreciate it. Please, like I said, please share your video. Please subscribe. Get some more friends. Because if I get to 1,000, then I can literally go live anywhere. Because right now, I can only go live in my living room. Because it won't, you get to have 1,000 to do mobile live, like with your smartphone or your iPad or something like that. And so I want us to go outside, and plus I want to eventually, go walking during the summer, and I want to take y'all with me, and y'all can see my dog and stuff like that. Daryl Moore, so nasty. Nasty, man. How are you, my friend? Who hit the thumb? I know. They were the narcissists that don't like me, but they still come over to see me. So those of you who came over and thumbs down, thank you so much for helping me with my algorithm. I appreciate that. And those of you who come over and you don't like me, you don't hit the thumbs down or thumbs up, you watched it, so it contributed to my views. Thank you. I love you with the love of the Lord. If you don't like me. Well, I'm going to let you guys go so you guys can go do a potty break, grab a snack, and your favorite drink, because another member of the A team is coming on in about 12 minutes. Okay? So see you guys over there on Daryl Moore channel or Darylism's Free Speech. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate all that you do. Also, let me know, would y'all be interested in if I were to sell or like get either a shirt, a pin, not a pin, like a pin, or a bonnet or a tote bag with like, what kind of merch would y'all like to have? I think we need to have an empath shirt. Like say, I'm an empath. It's not me, it's you. That's how I make the narcissist mad. Yeah, they're in the bushes. Life is lay. Life is lay. What side of the country you live on? You live in San Diego? I look like I got a halo in front of me. Like I'm an angel. I am. Christine. Oh Lord. I love y'all too. Thanks for coming over and supporting me. Uh, a shirt or a wristband. Okay. All right. See y'all later. See you over on Darren Moore's channel. Bye.